The Caravanserai Ledger. The Zagros Mountains rose like jagged walls against the late afternoon sun. Daniel Mason tugged his pack higher on his shoulders and cursed his timing. The dog-eared guidebook he bought in Tehran had promised an easy trail, but the hours had stretched and shadows were lengthening. He almost missed the ruin. Half-collapsed stone walls blended into the hillside, brush creeping through cracks. Only when he stepped closer did he see the faint archway, etched with patterns that might once have been elegant script. Caravanserai, he thought, a roadside inn, long abandoned, where merchants once sheltered from night. Inside, the air carried a cool, dry weight. Most of the rooms were in ruin, but one chamber stood oddly preserved. A narrow bed waited there, sheets crisp and spotless. Beside it sat a rocking chair, polished smooth by use, though no dust clung to it. On the seat lay a thick, leather-bound book. No lanterns, no gear, no footprints. He told himself, maybe it's kept for hikers. He shrugged off his pack and lowered himself onto the mattress. The comfort was unnerving. His hand, almost without thought, reached for the book. The pages opened with a whisper. Handwriting filled them, line after line. Early entries in delicate Persian calligraphy, centuries old. He couldn't read Farsi, yet the words formed clearly in his mind. Caravan masters describing their routes, their hopes of reaching Shiraz or Isfahan. Later pages shifted to French, German, English. Different pens, different hands. All weary travelers stopping here. Daniel's pulse quickened as he recognized names. Janet Holloway, 1961. Vanished during a solo trek in the Zagros. Omar Rahimi, 1967. Reported missing, never recovered. Lila Fernandez, 1972. Disappeared without a trace. He remembered the stories from fellow hikers in Tehran, the unsolved vanishings that gave locals a nervous edge. Daniel snapped the book shut. His throat was dry. He stood, ready to leave, then froze. The book had fallen open again. Its pages fluttered, though the air was still. The newest entry glistened wet with ink. Daniel Mason, October 12th, 1975. It described his day in exact detail. The late start, the fading sun, the ruin he'd just entered, word for word. A chill spread through him. He lifted his hand and nearly dropped the book. His fingertips had gone translucent, veins fading like watercolors left in the rain. The rocking chair creaked. It began to sway, slow and steady, as though someone invisible had settled in to watch. Panic clawed at him. He lurched toward the door, but the archway blurred. His knees buckled, and he collapsed onto the bed. The book on his chest filled with new lines. He felt himself flatten, pressed into the paper. 3 days later, a park ranger leading a search party stepped into the ruin. No hiker, no pack, only an untouched bed, a rocking chair still rocking, and a book on the seat. The last entry bore the name of Daniel Mason. Thanks for watching, and a special shout out to Mujtaba for today's story seed. The first things are an empty clean bed, a rocking chair near it, an old and dusty book on the chair. Please leave your own comment and I'll try to turn it into a story in under 500 words and 3 hours. If you like this quickfire, don't forget to like, follow and share for more. For the written version and extra content I only post there, head over to my Substack. And my book, KArl Otto's Dark Anthology Volume 1 is out now. I'd be grateful if you picked up a copy and left a review. KArl Otto's Dark Anthology, where your nightmares breathe.